This episode of Southeast Iowa Today is brought to you by Greiner Auto Body of Washington, Iowa, using state-of-the-art techniques and decades of experience to get your car back on the road after an accident. Car Doctor of Washington, Iowa. No matter who Frankensteined it, they can fix it, clean it, and customize it. McDonald Boatyard of Keota, Iowa, for all your farm equipment and auto recycling needs. For great food, it's Your Choice Family Restaurant of Wayland, Iowa. Open Tuesday through Sunday. Try the John Bain sandwich on your next visit. Girling Repair of Winfield, Iowa. If your mower is dead, call Fred, your Husqvarna, Aaron's, and Gravely dealer. Fred also fixes and sells snowblowers. B&B Propane and the family of jet stops. CW Tree Trimming, LLC. We're into your trees, not your wallet. Serving all of Henry County and the surrounding area, and we offer a senior citizen and veteran discount.
Iowa Technology Systems of Mount Pleasant, Iowa. Managed IT, including software and hardware navigation needs. No job is too small. iowatechsys.com. If you are someone having trouble with your PC or laptop, or a demanding business, you can be our next happy customer in Mount Pleasant.
Dutch Market and Coffee Talk of Washington, Iowa. Dutch Market can handle all of your grocery needs. They even have a conference room that you can use for free. Coffee Talk's drive-thru is open and ready to serve you coffee, energy drinks, sandwiches, baked goods, and ice cream. They all present the award-winning Southeast Iowa Today. Here's the author of Christie's Journey, The Beat Goes On, and your host, John Bain.
Thank you, announcer Cody Roy of NewEnglandDukes.com for your golden pipes and wonderful introduction. On Thursday, October 23rd, 2025, I stopped by Brighton, Iowa, and had a visit with Brighton City Council Candidate Kenny Shearon. Here's that conversation.
Kenny Shearon, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, John. Thank you for having me.
You're quite welcome.
Thank you for doing this.
You're quite welcome. Now, it's more than just a rumor. You, sir, are running for City Council of Brighton, Iowa. And I'm going to give you this opportunity to tell potential voters and my viewers a little bit about yourself and why you are running for City Council of Brighton, Iowa.
I'm an active member of the community. I'm involved in the Chamber of Commerce. So I hear a lot of what goes on in the community and what the needs are and what the people, I guess, maybe would like to see. And I'm an 8-year member of Hope Lutheran Church in Shermanville, Iowa. I'm an active member of the church, and I believe that we should be men of integrity, and no matter what we do in life.
So, what are you hearing from the citizens of Brighton?
We don't have a voice. We're not allowed to speak up at council meetings, and if we do, it's 2 minutes. If they decide that it's something that they want to address, they will, or if they want to give an answer, they will. But we're not guaranteed that. We're not guaranteed that right. Usually, at most of them, and even here lately, that when they have a council meeting, they say that participation from the public will not be allowed, or you won't be allowed to speak. And I'm told the mayor has the right to do that. There's only certain instances where they have to grant permission, whether they want to or not.
Okay. Interesting. We're going to talk about a lot of issues as far as what you see needs to be fixed in the city of Brighton. But let's kind of do it a little backwards and tell us what you like about the city of Brighton.
I'm a long-term resident here. I've been here over 20 years. I've been 25 years in the same house, and I'm retired, and I think I love the community vibe, the feeling. For the most part, I do love small towns. You don't have as much violence or crime here, and that's a good point.
Mhm.
No, that's a draw for me. That's a plus. But I think that uh, the fact that we're not allowed to have a voice, we're not allowed to speak up at council meetings or give our opinions or ask questions. At time, I've even seen people do that. I've attended council meetings where people ask questions and they were told that the council is not going to answer any questions. And basically, I've even contacted League of Cities and state run organizations to find out as a person what my rights are and what the city is obligated to do uh, for the people, or what their rights are, what our rights are. And so I think that this uh, this knowledge that I picked up on is going to make it beneficial for me as a councilman to be able to give the people of the community a voice.
If if there was one thing you get elected, let's say you get elected on Tuesday, November 4th.
All right.
If there's one thing that you could tackle as like a first assignment to work with City Hall to fix, to make better, what would it be?
Over the doorpost to the Supreme Court, and this it says equal justice for all. Equal.
Interesting.
We do not have that in the city of Brighton. We do not have that. People are given nuisance violations uh, when others are not. Uh, Council members have violated city code without any retribution, and I think that that in itself is it. It may not be, well. It is. It's not only immoral; it's illegal. If you hold position of government and you violate city code yourself, should you be in government?
Would make one scratch your head at least.
Yes. It kind of it's I don't just say this, and probably I've really gotten to the point where I've learned that sometimes it's better to keep your mouth shut and let people think you're a fool than to open your mouth and remove all doubt. But I love life. I love life. I love living, and I think that we have we have the the chance now to bring growth and life back into a city that has has seen a lot of decline over the last decade in community activities and in the population. We've had decline in the number of houses. We've had decline. No one's building new homes. We've had two. We have had two smaller places put on a lot here in town, but actually for for bringing new people into the community, there's we're not building homes, we're not adding new business, we're not attracting. So think something has to change if the community. There are a lot of small towns that are dying, and it happens. There are a lot of ghost towns all over Iowa. Hundreds of them. Uh, I'm not wanting Brighton to be one of those.
And that does seem to be a recurring statement with different towns and different people I've spoken to. And one of the things I ask is, how do you keep young people from leaving your town and never coming back when they graduate from high school?
Exactly. And what's to keep them here?
Right.
We have no store. We have no restaurant. We have no library. And none of this is being discussed at a government level. And even if you do discuss that, what are you offering to as incentive to bring new business or growth? And at this point, I've heard people say, don't take chances, don't gamble, don't. we don't want to spend money that on a maybe. But you talk to anybody that's ever been successful in life, has always taken a chance.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people that have spent money on maybes and made it happen.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, J.P. Getty, those who fail to plan. Henry Ford, if you think you can, you're right. If you think you can't, you're right. So a lot of it is the mindset, and that's what's going to make a difference for me was in city council is having a positive mindset. I don't see that a lot, and I don't see that people in the community are being allowed to voice their opinion. I go to council meetings now. I'm not a council member, but I see people getting shut down. And there may be other people that'll say I don't agree with that, and that's okay. You have your right to your opinion. But you know uh, when people are told and they print right on the minutes of the meeting or the council posting that they by law have to send out, uh, public response will not be allowed or the public will not be permitted to speak. What's that say? Where's the voice? Where's the opportunity? Those things, we're given 2 minutes to speak at a council meeting if they want to, if they deem it notable or credible or something that they feel is worthy. They'll respond. If they don't, they don't have to. They won't. And I've seen that happen. And I think that needs to change. That 2 minute thing needs to change. Why are we not allowed to, if we hear something we don't agree with, why are we not allowed to raise a hand and excuse me, I'd like to respond, or I'd like to voice an opinion. We're not allowed to do that.
That's a tough one. That's a tough one. I know that the people that are doing the meetings have to have certain decorum and Robert's Rules of Rights and all of that to keep a meeting moving forward.
You have to operate within the moral statute of society.
Mm-hmm.
You have to. You know, even if you don't agree with something, be kind.
Mm-hmm.
Show them with kindness.
Right.
You know.
So, Kenny, if you got elected, how would you seek out new business and new opportunities to bring to the town of Brighton?
Well, it's all something that I'm new with myself, but I think that you know, years ago we didn't have a Dollar General. We do now. You know, years ago, uh, Brighton used to have 2 banks and a car dealership and printed its own newspaper. I even have most of the copies of that newspaper upstairs.
Wow.
But you know, I think that as far as what can be done, uh, you have to be willing to explore options. You have to be willing to put the time in. And I think that what is it that's going to draw people to this small community? I think is what most people talk about is the small town charm, the closeness, the camaraderie, the but you know when we're losing population over the last when we're losing people when we're downsizing everything the Whoopie Day celebration uh, is not near what it used to be, and it doesn't draw the crowd it used to, but the activities aren't there that used to be there either. So sometimes you go with what works and what has been proven uh, to work in the past, and you can't be afraid to initiate or try new things.
And then you got to let people know that it's back bigger and better than ever.
And that was one of the other one of the other things. Uh, we had people at a meeting actually say that they didn't feel comfortable wanting to do that. They didn't. Yeah, and I think that. But if you don't try, you don't experience growth. If you don't try, if you don't, as far as could we bring a restaurant to town? Could we bring a library? We Now they'll say, we have books at City Hall that people can check out or trade books in. But what's there? Where is any place in town other than a church that people can go and be together and talk to each other and socialize and get to know each other? Other than the tavern, we don't have any place. And most of the people I know, at least, I haven't drank in 25 years. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I don't condemn those that do. I've smoked myself for 30 years, but I do. I guess I just don't. I don't feel that in life. What they tell me is uh, find people that are uh, of similar interest. If you're going to make friends in life that are going to be long lasting, you know, find people of similar interest. And I think that there are people that maybe, like you say, we don't have a lot of younger families staying in the community.
Mm-hmm.
When they get 18, they move on, and that's one of the reasons Brighton has not seen a lot of growth in the last 10 years.
Yeah. Well, sounds like you've got some ideas that you want to implement. I want to take this moment to let folks that are watching that might also be running for office, if they would like to be on this podcast, I'm putting it right over your right shoulder, my Facebook page, and it's Southeast Iowa Today with John Bain. And you can also email me, and here's the email address, bainjohnr@gmail.com. B as in Batman, AINJOHNR@gmail.com. So we got that out of the way. Kenny, let's say we were on an elevator and you're going to the 17th floor, I'm going to the 15th floor. We both got on the elevator at the lobby, and we introduce ourselves, and you say you're running for City Council of Brighton, Iowa. Here's your chance to give me your elevator speech.
I love the community I live in. I love life, and even though I'm pushing 70, I think that uh, you always have to, uh, you have to be willing to. You have to have a heart, one, to serve. If it's not in your heart, the Bible teaches me from the mouth the heart speaks, and if it's not in your heart to serve a community or to be there or to care about others, and I do. I care. I care about others. I volunteer for years for the mobile food pantry here in town. I deliver meals to those who can't get out on their own, and I think that you know uh, we have an opportunity now to maybe bring back uh, life to the community and to restore a lot of the things that we used to see at the celebrations like Whoopie Days. We have people who are inspired to do so, and I want to be a part of that.
Kenny Shearon, it's been a pleasure meeting you. I wish you the best.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Kenny, for the conversation. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give this episode a like, follow, and subscribe. It's free, and I appreciate you. Thank you to my sponsors, Griner Auto Body, Car Doctor, McDonald Boneyard, Your Choice Family Restaurant, Girling Repair, B&B Propane, and the family of Jet Stops, CW Tree Trimming LLC, Dutch Market, Coffee Talk, and Iowa Technology Systems. I'm your host, John Bain. Stay friendly, Southeast Iowa.